So we first have a delicious looking ad for Omaha Steaks. I used to get this. It would come in like a styrofoam cooler, and it had a lot of good stuff, but it was more than I could eat by myself. I had to freeze most of it and, take it out as needed, but still, it was a pretty good deal. Okay, so let's see what's over here. So we've got 14 is the Waterfowl Forger. Nobody carves a wooden duck decoy better than Tom Boozer of Young's Island. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry. Join us on a visit to his humble wood shop to learn how 60 years of experience, vintage tools, and dedication to his craft turn ordinary blocks of wood into functional objects of art. And then down here, 12. SC Stories swing for the fences. Dan Wilson stepped up to the plate to make his own line of handcrafted baseball bats, and that is gorgeous. That really is gorgeous. Now his backyard business is knocking it out of the park, with everyone from trophy buyers to major league teams. That's nice. Let's see what 10 is, because it's food. Recipe, my favorite meal. From the first bite of the appetizer to the last bite of dessert, we hope you enjoy this make-at-home menu of Chef Belinda Smith Sullivan's favorite recipes as much as she does. That sounds wonderful. And then over here is news from the treasurer of the co-op, Mid-Carolina Co-op. A letter from him. And celebrating students across our service area. Oh, look. Mid-Carolina Touchstone Energy Scholarship recipients. $4,000 grants to high school seniors for the college or university of their choice. And this first one is from my old alma mater. That's nice. And then over here, the SC agenda. Home improvement for the weekend warrior. Install a smart thermostat. Boost your greenery with a rain barrel. And create fresh savings with a clothesline. I would probably do that if there wasn't so much wildlife in the area. I can just see the squirrels eating my clothes. Or the birds pooping on them. Because there are tons of birds here. Savor the seasons in Upcountry, South Carolina. Explore the Blue Ridge foothills with Upcountry, South Carolina. I love the Blue Ridge Mountains. And this is a letter is a huntsman's blade. Looks like it's normally $249. Wow. From Stour. Oh, here we go. Yum yums. So we've got, these are the recipes from Chef Belinda Smith Sullivan. It's called My Favorite Meal. And let's see what it says down here. Every home chef needs a go-to meal that is consistently good, is easy to prepare, and satisfies the cook as well as any guests. For me, that meal consists of the following recipes. Classic dishes that I can make ahead of time and that rely on easily accessible ingredients. I also like the way the flavors of this meal complement and build on each other, from the first bite of the appetizer to the last morsel of the dessert. I hope you enjoy one of my favorite meals as much as I do. And so it starts with prosciutto peach crostini, and that's this right here, and it looks beautiful and delicious. Oh, and then peppercorn steak and mushrooms. That looks delicious. I want steak now. And then there's wilted arugula. I will eat arugula. I don't think I'd like it wilted. But you never know. I guess if it's cooked right, it would be delicious. I guess like spinach or something. Not kale. And then for dessert, flourless chocolate cake, which looks absolutely delicious with some, looks like some big raspberries. Yep. That does look good. And down here it's got a link where you can go to watch the chef cooking the wilted arugula and prosciutto peach crostinis. Oh, and here's the guy with the handmade bats. It's let's see. Swing for the fences. Dan Wilson is a problem solver who knows a thing or two about woodworking and baseball. So when his bat kept busting during recreation league games, Wilson went to work creating a solution that could withstand his big swings. His custom-made bat, sourced from wood grown in extremely cold climates and rubbed with a cow femur to compress the already dense grain, was not only a smashing success for him, but soon became the preferred. His custom-made bat, sourced from wood grown in extremely cold climates and rubbed with a cow femur to compress the already dense grain, was not only a smashing success for him, but soon became the preferred lumber for everyone who stepped to the plate with it. That's cool. Alright, over here we have Fort Mill History Museum. Fort Mill celebrates 150 years. Have a blast at historic Brad And this is the guy that does the ducks. Alluring ploy. This decoy of a wood duck is a patient hunting partner. He's called the waterfowl forager. A crafty passion, Tom Boozer has been fashioning decoys such as this mallard from Atlantic white cedar for nearly 60 years. That's really nice big shop. Wow. Oh, and it's preservation of history. Everything you're doing is the way it was done 200 years ago. So he does it. He does it the hard way. But, you know, the artist way. There ain't no square edges on a duck. Embracing the wisdom of his mentor and using traditional hand tools, including a draw knife, more than 200 years old. Wow. Tom Boozer first carves and hollows out a body, then fashions a head in one of 8 different positions. Let's see. Oh, he also makes dioramas and model ships. He did a diorama of the Georgetown Harbor. But perhaps his most popular piece is a model of Jenny, the shrimp boat from Forrest Gump, which Boozer builds from the cypress boards of the real boat in the film. Wow. How about that? That's pretty cool. Looks like a robot head out of the ground. And this looks like it's actually in Colombia. Not too far from there. A cool pass for Riverbank Zoo and Garden, Ed Venture Children's Museum, South Carolina State Museum, and then Culture Pass, Columbia Museum of Art, South Carolina State Museum, and Historic Columbia. Over here they've got an ad for affordable, well, we just made windows and doors more affordable. I want to get the windows replaced in this house. They're just not very energy efficient, but I can deal with it now. And here's another calendar of what activities and festivals and stuff like that they have during the summer, or they had during June. So I need to keep this for next year. And hopefully I'll be able to do some of them, like some of the festivals that have art. Let's see. Peach Festival. Let's see if they've got any other ones that I can. North Augusta. Oh, Conway River Fest. I bet that would be one that they would have art at. I'll have to look these up and see which ones are closer to me. Oh, Lexington County Peach Festival. And that's in Gilbert. That's close. Lake Murray, but they're not. That's just the 4th of July celebration. Okay. Over here we've got Palmetto State Marketplace, and it's just advertisements. Some advertisements. Then a fish and game chart. Okay. SC Gardner. June in the garden. If your inner gardener just wouldn't allow you to toss a pretty poinsettia away after last Christmas became a memory, now is a good time to give it a vacation outside in a semi-shaded spot. For a fuller, more compact plant later, prune each branch back now, leaving 3 to 5 leaves on each stem. Interesting. Do something different for the gardening dad in your life this Father's Day by planting a specimen, unusual or hard to find tree, shrub, or perennial in his honor. It's great myrtles. Great myrtles, such as the prairie lace, show their true colors in the summer. Japanese painted fern. I love ferns. They prefer moist, humid conditions, meaning they are ideal plants for South Carolina's steamy summers. I do have some shady areas off to the side of the property. Oh, and these are deer resistant. Let's see. And you can even put them in containers, it looks like, but you have to make sure they're single. There goes another loud car. Those are kind of pretty. I'm not going to do any planting this year, but next year I do want to at least have some plants, some container plants and vegetables and herbs and stuff on the patio, the back porch. Capital Gold and Silver. I am woman, hear me scream. Husbands have baffled me ever since mine failed to thrive in captivity like so many houseplants. Although I fed him regularly, kept his cage clean. Okay, I paid the maid, and offered lots of toys, he kept trying to escape in his kayak. Ideally, men should be packaged with instructions. Wow. When consenting adults promise to tolerate each other until death do them part, they need a sixth sense of their partner's needs. I just needed mine to understand the degree of urgency in my screams and to rescue me accordingly. To help him out, I wrote my own manual, which covers emergency responses on page 386. Spontaneous screech, like front row at an AC/DC concert. The meaning of the spontaneous screech is a bug wearing the Goodyear logo is hovering in the kitchen. Immediate rescue required. A mid-range yelp. Up there with a rocket launch, meaning there's an alligator in the pool with the kids. Remove children before wrestling. Full-on panic attack. That sounds like a trumpeting elephant, meaning the cable went out while the voice was on. Damsel in distress, put down the beer. It's cute. It's funny. For the man who gives everything and expects nothing.